Hi there, gardeners. Welcome back to the jungle. Today I'm going to talk about coconuts and how we harvest them from this palm tree here. So this coconut palm tree right here is about, I don't know, 20 feet tall. We used to have no trouble getting the coconuts down with a pole saw, but now the coconuts are being produced so high that that's not an option anymore. So we tried our 10-foot ladder unfolded and propped against the tree, plus a pole saw, and that did work somewhat, but it was still really hard. The pole saw we're currently using extended as far as it goes, but the coconuts are just getting higher, and we still want them to harvest for making coconut milk, drinking the coconut water, having the coconut meat. So I was looking online, of course, at YouTube, and seeing how do other people harvest their coconuts from very tall trees. And let me show you. So they do this sort of climb that I was seeing on all the website, all the videos were just showing climbing. We'll see the sort of like frog hop climbing. I don't know, with your feet on the tree. And then you're just supposed to, yeah, they make it look very easy. And you're just supposed to frog hop your way up. But my feet are maybe not strong enough for that. And this is a very slippery tree. The trees I saw other people climbing on YouTube did not seem to be nearly that slippery. I mean, this is very smooth. This palm tree here has very smooth trunk. Maybe the other folks had rougher trunks, but my feet are just sliding off that. My hands are sliding off. And even though I do work out, I guess I don't have the upper body strength for the frog hop method. So what I did instead, I'll show you. Something I'm gonna try today, we'll see how it works, is a hunting ladder that we're gonna see about installing on this tree. But we've also always got our handy dandy pole saw. We just had to change the blade out because the coconuts, sawing them all down, kind of bent the other blade, so we had to get a replacement blade, this nice shiny guy. And as you can see how far we have to extend this. This is as far as our pole saw goes. And you guys can't see, but I could just barely reach the bottom coconut. My husband's taller, so he would have to get them, but we're gonna try this hunting ladder, see how that goes. So let's go see it. So this is the hunting ladder I bought. This thing called the Quick Stick. It's supposed to be about 20 feet. Should hold about 300 pounds of a person. And here's all the pieces and parts. So I've got all these pieces to put together. I don't know what the heck these are. Some washers or whatever, some straps. So I'm gonna start assembling this. I'm not gonna make you guys watch, and we'll see how we get there. All right, so I just finished step one here. I attached the U brackets onto each section. Took 2 wrenches. I had to have 2 wrenches on hand, and I don't know how long I've been doing this, probably 20 minutes. Be a lot easier if I had 2 people instead of just one of me. I also needed a WD-40 because these things did not want to go on, and they shorted me one of the washers. So I just went ahead and assembled it without that one washer, and hopefully the whole thing won't fall apart on me and cause me to tumble to my death, but we'll find out if that one washer was very important. All right, on to step 2. I have to assemble something called cam buckle straps. So, all right, I got all my cam buckle straps assembled, I think correctly. We'll find out. And now I have to connect all the pieces with these little tiny pins. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, all the pieces are now connected, and now it's time to connect this to the tree, which requires 2 adults per instruction. So 2 adults will now go and attempt to attach this to the tree. All right, so we got the tree climbing stand out here, or the tree climbing ladder rather, and we got it hooked up to the coconut palm. We were able to take one rung off, so we have, or one extension, so we have like 4 feet extra if we need it in the future. And it's not as tight around the tree as I would like, because the tree is a little fat, a little bit fat for this, but it's there, it's fairly sturdy, and now we can get much closer to the coconuts up there. I'm not going to video myself climbing up there because I don't want my death or serious injury caught on camera personally. And also, yeah, some rain bands from Tropical Storm Helene are on the way, as you can see that storm there. So not going to tempt fate today, but that's the ladder that we'll use to get up to the coconut. Probably going to be something we'll have to take down regularly to keep it from getting, what's the word I'm looking for, damaged by the elements, degraded by the elements. But all kinds of warnings, a lot of various serious warnings in the manual about wearing tree climbing harness when you're installing this and using it, and I did not have one, so yeah, but I didn't die, and neither did my husband, who did most of the climbing. But there we go. So that's one way to get up into a coconut. Still terrifying. Might see if I can find a tree climbing harness to couple with that to get up there. Maybe some kind of spikes or whatever for the feet, but yep, that's what we're going to try for now. But I guess my advice to other people would be, once your coconuts get that tall, just wait for them to fall. Just wait for them to fall. And just one more thing separate from the coconuts in this video. If you watched my video on filling a raised bed with soil for free, and I showed you guys the completed project that had like 1 to 2 feet of extra organic matter over the top of the bed, this is that bed now, and as you can see, it's not 1 to 2 feet over the top anymore. So we are a couple inches below the top now. Everything has broken down very nicely. You can see the leftover chia stems, but it's soil now. You can see that. It's soil. It's full of critters. And it's there's no weeds sprouting in it because the creatures in the yard, probably mostly raccoons, maybe some skunk activity, mostly raccoons though, have been keeping it very well turned. Every night they come through a little raccoon mower and turn this bed topsy-turvy, moving the soil around. So anything that did try to sprout, and things did, got quickly turned over by the raccoons. Also, the invasive snails have been eating the sprouts also. I'm going to have to deal with these invasive snails. And in case you're wondering, that's these guys here. This little thing, it's not native to Florida. This is a little invasive snail, and it does eat plants. There are other snails that don't harm plants. These ones definitely do. They decimated my lettuce a couple years ago, so I'll have to put out some snail bait before I plant this bed. And also cayenne pepper once I plant the bed to keep the raccoons from tearing my plants out. But yeah, you can see that we've got some good soil from what I did a couple months ago, filling this with compost and weeds and branches and cardboard, and now it is beautiful soil. That's what we got. Okay, I gotta go inside before the storm hits. Thanks for watching, and happy gardening, gardeners.